Cancer, welcome to your energy blueprint reading for the week going from the 30th to the 5th of February. We're going to be going into your chakras and your auras. It's been blinding. I can't wait to see it at the moment. I've done everybody's reading pretty much. Let's just jump straight in there. Obviously, we did do the monthly reading as well, and that's been playing out in a lot of things at the moment. So here we have your root chakra. On the root chakra on the right hand side, this is with everyone without exception. And I think this has to do with the collective energy that's going around. This is our raison d'etre, our vertical energy. This is what the root chakra and the crown chakra is all about. On the right hand side, it's nicely shaped, nicely formed. It's nicely compact. It's very solid. So it's very good foundations for any work or business or projects or karmic mission that you need to be physically doing in life. But there is a little bit of fuzz around it, is the best way to describe it. You need to, I think, cross the T's and dot the I's. And I think you need to be attentive to any administration work you need to do, anything that has to do with sort of paperwork and laws and stuff like that, or just putting the actions or processes into place within your business or your projects, just so you can tie it up a little bit and just smooth it off around so you can get that foundation so it's working really nicely. On your right hand side, different kettle of fish, totally. Or different kettle of crabs in your case. So on the right hand side, it's a lot more, there's a lot more space. It's not so compact. So basically, there's a reevaluation on your relationships. There's a reevaluation on your spiritual raison d'etre and your pathway. You may be asking quite a few questions at the moment, quite profound questions at the moment as well, just to see how it sort of connects with the relationships that are around us. Let's just have a look at your sacrum. So that's not too bad. It's actually quite nicely in balance, which is good. Capricorn, for example, was completely out of balance, not doing any pleasure for themselves. But here you seem to have that, good work and play ethic basically going on. That may be the nature of the beast at the moment for you, because you've got a lot of things to tie up within your business. There's not massive projects that you're laying down, as it were. There's just a lot of loose ends that need tying up, which should help you to be a little bit more freer, to do a little bit more in the pleasurable front in your life. Let's just see what's going on the solar plexus. So this is where we get in the fusing with the heart chakra. And everybody's been getting it. And I think this is to do with pole shift. It's to do with the energy that we are 100% dependent upon. If the magnetic field of the earth just goes pop, everybody's heart will just stop immediately. And that's anything from birds to humans, even trees will stop pumping. That's what we call, an extinction sort of scenario. And it happens from time to time. And then it reboots up. And those that have made it through will be in a completely new paradigm, as it were. And so we seem to be going through this sort of pole shift. And obviously this energy is sort of like changing us as well. We're inverting a lot of things. And I think this is to do with the fusion between the solar plexus and the heart chakra. I will be going into a lot more detail on Sunday night. I'm going to be doing a special video on the chakras and the aura and what the changes are happening at the moment. But the rest of it seems really nicely formed. There's also a good amount of passion and determination to enjoy life, which is good. Let's just see what the interaction between the heart and the solar plexus is. They seem to be meeting each other head on. And this could be, this whole ties into this root chakra here. So you might be having a bit of an inner tussle with yourself at the moment, emotionally and physically, in the both sense. Be gentle with yourself, I think is the rule of thumb there. Be gentle with yourself. Perfection doesn't exist, and certainly doesn't exist in any one person. There's only 2 times when it exists, perfection, when we have that first breath, inhalation, and that last exhalation. That's the only moment when perfection exists. So let's just see what's going on your heart chakra. It's nice, it's lovely. I think some of the social activities are more concerned with you. So you might want to, you might be enjoying, so like going walking by yourself with the dogs or something like that, rather than sort of going out to a party. I think you'll enjoy punctual social things, say like going to a theatre. So there's going to be lots of people, so that's really socialising, and stuff like that. Let's just have a look at the social petals. Yeah, they're really, they're full. I think when you're socialising, you're really socialising. But I do believe there's an aspect of, you want a bit of me time. And maybe that's working on that inner part of the heart there, because it is quite pointed. It is a bit of swelling going on in the middle of the heart, and it is quite pointed. And that means that there's stuff that we're dealing from the past in our life that can be quite traumatic, and very poignant about ourselves. So I think it would be good to examine those situations and those emotions that are touched by that situation, and give it some sort of quantity, give it quality, as it were, and learn out of it, because then you can move on from it. That's what it's all about. It might be to do with this funny February that I went into in the monthly thing, and it's a learning curve. It's a repositioning of everybody. Let's just see what's going on the third eye and the throat chakra. Well, you're not up for communication at the moment by the looks of it. You want to laugh, you want to be entertained, but not necessarily entertaining others. And I think that mental side, that third eye sort of thing, is that examination upon yourself, that you're pointing the spotlight on yourself, but also at the same time with the root chakra, I think you're pointing the spotlight on your situation of where you are and what you do and stuff like that, and who you do it with and what have you. Let's just see what's going on the crown chakra. That's really nice. I think you're pretty clear with yourself, though. I think you're honest with yourself here. I think you're being honest with yourself. But there is a learning curve that's coming through, because there's a transition. I think that's going to come out more at the end of February rather than at the beginning of February, rather than this week here. It's building up within you. And that'll get you set perfectly for the beginning of March. It'll be really nice. So, anything you can do in the way of meditation? Yeah, I think it's examining, those profound emotions that you could have within you, connected to past traumas or past elations. Because traumas doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It could also be marriage as much as divorce. A marriage can be very traumatizing, although it's brilliant. So I would, just make sure you spend a bit of time and get clarity on that. And then you can do that through your meditation or through simple activities like walking and etc. Let's have a look at your aura. Whee! Ooh, yeah, you're getting that transition that I was talking about, and I will be going into on Sunday. It's how you quantify your connection with the rest of the world at the moment, and that's what seems to be the learning curve for February, for funny February, and it is going to be a funny old month. February is renowned for being a funny old month, and it's going to play up to its legend, basically. So there's this transition that you're going into a new cycle, a new world, and you haven't quite left the old one yet. And I'm not sure people realise that you're off, that you're going. It doesn't necessarily mean you're leaving. It's just that you're just changing your orientation in accordance to how you interact with the world around you, and I think that is a really good thing. So there you go, Cancer. Thank you very much for being here and supporting this channel. Subscribing and clicking that bell, so then you got notification for that video that comes out on Sunday. There's loads of links in the description below. You can even buy me a cup of coffee if you want. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. You will have your Astroflower tarot reading coming up straight after this as well, in another video, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.